Hey guys, welcome to day 4 of Veganuary. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing about how to talk about your veganism. During my 5 years of being a vegan, I have learned a lot about how to talk about my diet and lifestyle. I feel like it's actually a really big part of helping me to feel really peaceful and solidified in my decision to go vegan, and just to inspire others and to stay on track with my goals, and also just to help others along the way in the way that I have found to be best. So I want to say that when I first came to the vegan lifestyle, I was kind of an angry vegan. I really was angry about all of the things that I saw going on in the animal industries, and I just really didn't want the people that I loved to be participating in that type of thing, I was really angry, and not that I necessarily took it out on the people that I loved, but I really wanted to inform them because I really felt like they didn't know what was going on, and I did it in a way that felt like I was blaming them. And since that very beginning stage, I have come a long way in how I talk about my veganism and my raw veganism, which is that I always come from a place of love, and I focus on myself. And I also want to say that you don't have to talk about your vegan lifestyle at all. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't ever have to talk about the way that you're eating. You can always just decide not to talk about it. You can give someone just a really simple answer if you don't want to talk about it. For me, I do want to encourage others to know about veganism or just to be open to it. And I am really open about the way that I eat and the way that I live. So that's just my personal choice. But I also wanted to say you definitely don't have to do that. But I find that by talking about myself, it really just helps to not make people feel bad about the way that they eat, and also just to make it's about me. It's my personal choice, and it doesn't really have anything to do with anyone else. And so when people ask me questions, it's just like, well, this is, what I like. This is how I do things. I never make it about them or about other people. It is only about me. And if they ask me any specific questions about the way that I eat or the way that I live, I always answer with love and compassion for where that person is at. Especially if I don't know them, it's even more so a question of making sure that I'm saying things that just might, make it seem like vegans are nice people. I think people have this impression of vegans being mean or angry, and so I really want to uphold a high vision of what vegans are like, and to really always come from a place of love, to communicate with love. And so that's just the way that I find to be best. And one of the things that's come up recently that I've noticed that's just been something happening around me is that people who were formerly vegan are no longer vegan. They're eating some fish now. That's actually just something I've seen a couple of people that I know doing. And for me, that's fine. That's not a choice that I would make, but that's totally fine. And I have total compassion for why they're choosing to do that. So I really just, I smile and I talk to them about it with love, and I always just kind of say that's great, do what works for you, and so it's really just understanding that not everyone is going to make the choices that you make, and not everyone is going to come to the same conclusions as you, not everyone is interested in the same thing as you, And so for me, I'm really like, I always say, like, I'm not in the business of convincing people. I'm in the business of helping people who are already convinced. Like, if you're not interested in veganism, that's fine. But for the people who are, like, I can answer your questions. I can help you. And if you're not interested in veganism, but you want to go plant-based, that's totally fine. Like, I really don't care. As long as people are focusing on self-love and health and making the choices that are best for them, that's really all that I care about. And so that's always what I communicate to people, whether they are vegan or they're interested in veganism or they're not interested in it at all. That's totally fine. And so that's basically how I communicate about this lifestyle. And then when people do have that opening, when I sense that they're interested in going vegan, then that's when I might kind of say things a little bit more encouraging or just kind of open up more of a discussion about veganism. But for the people who aren't like that, and that's like a small window of people, like it's a small slice of people that I do find that I have helped to go vegan, because I see that they have that opening, that they are interested, whether they're interested in environmental causes or their health or animals, like whatever they're interested in. I just kind of like, if I see that there is some reason that they might be interested in veganism, then I just kind of open that door a little bit and I see where they're at, and I kind of, if I do see that they're open to it, then I open up more of a discussion and I talk about, you know, the benefits, and just to see where they're at and to see what steps they might be able to take to move closer to a vegan lifestyle. So yeah, I just really wanted to share about this, because I do feel like whether you're interested in going vegan and you want to know how to talk about it to others, your decision to go vegan, or you're like just starting out on a vegan journey and you're not quite sure, or you find that people become very defensive, because people are very defensive when it comes to how they live their lives, and especially the food choices that they make. And so, yeah, I find that it is really important to talk about veganism, to talk about the diet and the lifestyle in a way that is just totally with love and compassion for other people. So I hope this video has been helpful. I'd love to know your comments and questions in the comments section down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you soon. Bye.